Have you ever found yourself unable to stop thinking about someone? No matter how much time passes, their presence lingers in your mind, like a song you can't forget, like a ghost that refuses to fade. Is this love? Obsession? A spiritual connection? Or is something deeper happening in the unseen layers of your psyche? Carl Jung, one of the most influential psychologists in history, believed that the people who stay in our thoughts are not just random. They are symbols, representations of something hidden within us. And if you truly want to understand why someone is always on your mind, you must be willing to look within. What if this person is a mirror reflecting something back at you? What if their presence in your thoughts is an invitation to explore the uncharted territories of your unconscious mind? Today, we will uncover the psychological, spiritual, and metaphysical reasons behind this phenomenon. Carl Jung described the human mind as an iceberg. The conscious mind, our daily thoughts and decisions, makes up only a small portion of it. But beneath the surface lies the vast unconscious mind, an ocean of forgotten memories, suppressed emotions, and hidden truths. When someone is constantly in your thoughts, it often has nothing to do with them directly. Instead, they may be a projection of something unresolved within you. Projection is a psychological phenomenon where we place our hidden emotions, fears, or desires onto another person. It happens unconsciously, meaning we don't even realize we're doing it. Think about it. What do you feel when you think about this person? Do they remind you of someone from your past? Are they triggering emotions you haven't fully processed? Jung believed that everything we struggle to accept about ourselves gets projected outward. That person who occupies your mind may be showing you something about yourself, something you need to integrate. For example, if someone makes you feel insecure, it may reveal a hidden wound about your self-worth. If someone makes you feel excited, it could be because they represent a part of yourself you have neglected. But projection is only the beginning. There's another, deeper force at play, the collective unconscious. Jung proposed that beyond our personal unconscious, there exists a collective unconscious, a shared psychological space filled with universal symbols and archetypes. Archetypes are patterns of human experience that exist in every culture, across all time periods. They shape our thoughts, emotions, and relationships. Some of the most powerful archetypes that may explain why someone stays in your mind include: Jung believed that every person carries both masculine and feminine energy within them. If you're thinking of someone constantly, they may embody qualities that your own psyche is trying to develop. Example: if a woman keeps thinking about a strong, independent man, it may be her inner animus pushing her to develop more confidence and assertiveness. The shadow represents the hidden parts of yourself, things you suppress or deny. If someone triggers intense emotions in you, whether positive or negative, they may be reflecting your own shadow self. Example: if you constantly think about someone who frustrates you, they might embody qualities you secretly envy or fear. Jung believed that some connections transcend logic. If someone is always in your mind, it could be a soulmate connection, a person whose energy is deeply intertwined with yours, even beyond this lifetime. This doesn't always mean romance. It could be a teacher, a guide, or someone meant to awaken something within you. But how can you tell if a person is a projection of your unconscious or a genuine soulmate connection? Here are key signs that someone is more than just a random thought. 1. They appear in your dreams frequently. Jung believed dreams are messages from the unconscious. If someone appears repeatedly in your dreams, your mind is trying to tell you something about them, or about yourself. 2. You experience synchronicities related to them. Have you ever thought of someone and suddenly seen their name everywhere? Jung called this synchronicity, meaningful coincidences that signal deeper connections. 3. You feel a deep emotional charge when thinking about them. If thinking about this person stirs strong emotions, They may be connected to your shadow, animus/animus, or past wounds. 4. You learn about yourself through them. The ultimate sign of a deep psychological or spiritual connection is growth. If thinking about them forces you to confront your fears, desires, or past wounds, they may be playing a profound role in your personal evolution. If someone is constantly in your thoughts, you have two choices. 1. Consciously explore what they represent in your psyche, journaling. Write down what emotions they trigger. Meditation. Observe their presence in your mind without judgment. Shadow work. Identify if they reflect hidden parts of yourself. 2. Let go if the connection is unhealthy. If someone is taking up too much of your mental space and it's causing distress, it may be time to practice energetic detachment. Visualize yourself releasing their energy, cutting ties with the emotions they bring. Jung believed that true psychological wholeness comes from integrating these unconscious forces rather than being ruled by them. The moment you become aware of why someone is in your mind, their hold on you shifts. So, why is someone always on your mind? Maybe they are a mirror, showing you an aspect of yourself you need to embrace. Maybe they are a symbol of your soul's journey, guiding you toward growth. Or maybe their presence is a lesson. The real question is, what will you do with this awareness? Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. The woman who couldn't stop thinking about her ex, Sarah, had broken up with her boyfriend 2 years ago. She had moved to a new city, started a new job, and even dated other people. But no matter what she did, thoughts of her ex would randomly invade her mind. It wasn't love, she knew their relationship had ended for a reason. But every time she saw a couple walking together or heard a certain song, she felt a strange pull toward the past. After working with a therapist, Sarah realized that her ex symbolized unfinished emotional healing. She had projected her own deep fears of abandonment onto him. It wasn't that she missed him. It was that she had never fully processed the wound of being left behind. Once she understood this, something changed. The obsessive thoughts faded, and she finally felt free. The man who couldn't stop thinking about a stranger, James, was a logical, routine-driven person. He had a stable job, a structured life, and rarely acted on impulse. One day, while sitting in a cafe, he had a brief conversation with a woman who seemed completely different from him, free-spirited, artistic, and full of energy. Their conversation lasted only a few minutes, yet he couldn't stop thinking about her. Weeks passed, and her presence still lingered in his mind. He even started questioning his own life choices. Eventually, he realized that she wasn't just a random woman. She was a symbol of the adventurous, carefree side of himself that he had been suppressing. She represented the freedom he secretly desired but never allowed himself to explore. Jung's insight. Sometimes, we think about people because they embody qualities we secretly crave or have neglected in ourselves. The woman who saw her twin flame everywhere, Lena, had a fleeting romance with a man she met at a retreat. Their connection was intense but short-lived. They never stayed in touch, yet she kept seeing his name everywhere, on billboards, in books, even hearing it randomly in conversations. She also kept dreaming about him, and each dream felt like a message. First, she thought it was a sign they were meant to be together. But over time, she realized that this man had served a spiritual purpose. He had awakened her to a new perspective on life and love. Their connection wasn't about a relationship, it was about a lesson she needed to learn. Jung's insight. Some people appear in our thoughts because they are spiritual catalysts, meant to guide us toward personal transformation. The man who obsessed over his rival, Michael, was working in a competitive corporate environment. He found himself constantly thinking about a coworker who always seemed one step ahead, winning promotions, getting recognition, and excelling in ways Michael struggled to. At first, he thought he simply disliked this person. But as time went on, he realized that his obsession wasn't about hatred, it was about envy. His coworker represented the success, confidence, and boldness that Michael wished he had. When he recognized this, he shifted his mindset. Instead of resenting his coworker, he used his emotions as fuel for self-improvement. Jung's insight: if someone you dislike stays in your mind, they may be reflecting a hidden part of yourself, something you either admire or fear. The truth is, people don't just live in our thoughts by accident. They are placed there by our unconscious mind, nudging us towards something deeper, whether it's healing, growth, or self-discovery. So, instead of asking, "Why can't I stop thinking about them?" ask yourself, "What is my mind trying to tell me?" Because once you understand that, they may finally leave your thoughts. Or, perhaps for the first time, you'll see them in a way you never have before. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate.